In this week's episode of Working with Work, I'm going to explain about why you just need one of each. Hello and welcome to episode 47 of my Working with Work series. My name is Carl Pauline, and in this week's episode I just want to explain to you about the reasons why you need to be focusing on just one app. Now essentially it's one to-do list manager, one calendar and one notes app. Now, over the last few weeks and during my first week here in Ireland, while I've been enjoying this wonderful grey weather, one of the things I've noticed on the forums and the pages on Facebook that I'm involved in is so many people are still looking for the perfect to-do list manager or the perfect notes app. Guys, I've got to tell you, it doesn't exist. No matter what you think the next shiniest wonderful application is going to do for you, it won't do everything you want it to do. And if you keep switching your apps from one app to another app to another app, then all you're going to do is waste time. Effectively, it's just another form of procrastination. What you need to do is to pick one, just one to-do list manager, one calendar and one notes app, and stick with it. Now the thing is, if you're switching your apps every 2 or 3 months because you're still looking for the perfect app, then all you're going to be doing is you're never going to learn how to use the apps that you're actually downloading and trying. Now, Francesco D'Alesso does a wonderful YouTube channel, and on there he goes into detail so you don't have to. He does the work for you. Just go to Francesco's channel, go through his to-do list apps or his notes apps and the things that he's covered, and Francesco will basically answer all the questions that you need. Then pick one and stick with it for at least a year, because in that 12 months, those 365 days, you are genuinely going to learn how to use the application. But if you're switching and changing every few weeks or every few months, how on earth are you going to learn how to use the application properly? You need to be able to go through every single menu item, every drop-down menu, investigate, find what the application can do for you, and then make it work for you. I've had to compromise. I use Todoist, as most of you know. I use Evernote for my notes application. Now, over the years, of course, I've had to compromise. There are things I would love these applications to do for me, but they're never going to do them for me, and that's fine because I work around it and I have a system that is brilliant. I do not have to think about collecting items. I don't have to think about where I'm going to put something because I have a system that's been built up over period of many years, and it just works. It means I don't have to think about where I'm putting stuff, so I can think about the important things, which is the work, the content and everything else that I am creating. And that is really the goal. The goal is not to find the perfect app or to find the perfect notes-taking application, because honestly guys, it does not exist, and you are just wasting your time changing your apps every few months. Now what you need to do is to sit down, figure out what you want from an app. That's all you have to do. Pen and piece of paper is fine at this process, and then match what you want with the features that you find in the different applications out there. Now, as I say, you're not going to find everything on your list is going to be in the feature list. It isn't just not going to happen. But you find one that closest matches what you are looking for and then use it. But stick with it for at least 12 months, because that gives you the time to learn how to use it. It also means that your collection and your processing will become habitualized. So once it's a habit, you're not thinking about it. And the less you're thinking about your tools and the more you're thinking about your work, the more productive you are going to be. But you are not going to be productive if you're always and consistently changing your apps because your current app doesn't do this one tiny little thing that you really want it to do. But it never is going to do, and you're never going to find the app that does that because it will not exist. So please guys, slow it down. One app. I have just put out on my Facebook page, Carl Pullein Productivity Facebook page, a challenge to all my followers that can they stick with just one to-do list app, one calendar and one notes app for 365 days. It's easy when you get into it, when you do not allow yourself to get involved in any other applications. But I would say go out there, find the app that really works as close to what you want as you possibly can, and then stick with it for a year. And I'm sure at the end of the year, you'll find that you have become incredibly productive because you're not wasting all this time migrating data from one application to another application and changing that every 2 or 3 months. It just is not common sense, and it's just procrastination. Okay guys, I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas for those of you in the Christmas countries. I hope you're all enjoying the holiday season for those of you who are not. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week, and, because I'm not going to see you until the new year, a very, very happy new year.